Hey, hey, welcome, welcome. There he is.
What's up, guys?
That's right. All right.
All right.
There we go.
Got my morning coffee. I'm ready to go.
Let me turn these notifications off. All right, man.
Sandrock, Silver Core, unsure is on here.
What's up, man?
How you doing, guys?
Hey, everybody. Lots of people.
All right, yeah, they're rolling in. That's cool.
I am feeling better. Thank you very much. It was touch and go here for a second.
Me too.
Yeah,
I just recovered from a virus myself. I was off the map for a couple days, so it's going around.
Yeah, I'm just like, please let me whatever this is, let me get over it before this weekend. But like our whole house went down like one by one, and they were dropping like flies, and I thought I was safe, and I'm just like, no.
Oh man, yeah, no, I got rocked. I got rocked too. It's pretty heavy. Welcome, guys.
Great to see you too, Element. Hey, you up late? All the way from Sweden.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah.
I actually had a couple of fans that are in Japan, and they were saying that 9, 10 a.m. was too early for them. Like, I'm doing it from Beijing. Surely you can do it from Japan.
For sure.
Hey, guys.
Pagoda.
Yeah, that's cool. They're rolling in.
So cool seeing a lot of names I recognize from social media.
Ooh, 1 a.m. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, that's dedication right there.
Appreciate you staying up. Appreciate you staying up with us. Can everybody hear us okay? Are we coming in clear, video and sound wise? Let us know.
Yeah.
2 a.m., 3 a.m.
3 a.m. Oh my gosh.
Man, hey, I'm feeling the love, man, because that's late.
That is much appreciated. Yeah, 3 a.m. If you're up at 3 a.m. to watch this, then you are a true fan.
Yeah. Kelly, hey.
1 a.m. 2 a.m. That's yeah.
My wife's here. Hello. Mugshot says, yep, sound and look great. Awesome. Loud and clear. Fantastic.
I can't really, you guys can't really see it, and I apologize because the angle, but you can see the amazing Gerald Hill commission art up here on the top on the screen above us. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. All right. Move around a little bit. There we go. Welcome, guys. Yeah, we're getting there. That's cool.
All right. People are steadily joining. Give it a few more minutes before we dive in.
Gerald, do you feel like any audio delay between us? Does everything feel okay?
No, not for me. It's not like like the news broadcast where it's like, hello. No, I'm not getting any. I'm not getting any of that. So on my end, your responses seem to be on time to what I'm saying.
Cool. Yeah. Same here. That was my biggest concern because I have to use a VPN.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Mugshot, thank you so much. Sean, what's going on?
Hey guys. Multitasking while listening to this. That's dedication, man. Yep. We got people staying up at 3 a.m. and 2 a.m. and doing other jobs while they listen. That's cool stuff. Hello, Autumn. Oh, yep, Kat. Hey, Steven, going for that unsure hairstyle. No, I'm actually not. This is my hairstyle. Like I promise you, this is what I do on a normal basis. I think maybe there might have been a tad bit of typecasting involved with them.
You know that's funny how that worked out though. Like
Yeah.
I get that a lot for Justice and people are like, it's cool that they made the character look like you. And I'm like, no, they didn't. Like that. Like no, he existed before me. But it's great that it wound up working out that way.
I think that's exactly what happened with. I think that's probably one of the deciding factors. Like, oh, this guy looks like Unsure. Probably got the right voice for it.
Yeah, and the rest was history. There we go. Yeah.
We're just blessed with good genes, man. We just look good, so that's just.
Yeah. Where's Wilson? Where's Captain? Captain.
I'll let you take it. You talk about Captain. I'll talk about Wilson.
It's been a week with Captain. Captain's upstairs, most likely getting into a whole bunch of stuff.
So this
man.
is a true story. I'm actually hunting a rock that looks like Wilson. I went to the Philippines a few weeks ago, and the whole time I was just scrounging for like rocks by the beach to see if I could find something of like substance that looked like him. And thus far, I can't find a rock that really looks like him. But I'm going to get one. It's on my to-do list. I continue to try, but I just can't seem to find the right color and shape to find a Wilson rock. But I'm still looking.
We got Laura says Cat would be dope if he pulls the entire Unsure cosplay off. It would be dope to have a Civil Corps cosplay together. Like at some, hey man, that's the dream, right? That's the dream is for at least I mean, how awesome would that be for us to get together, right? At some convention and get decked out into some Civil Corps garb. That'd be great.
So I usually come home. I usually come home to the States in August. So that's when my vacation time is. So if ever we can make it happen, I would love, and I'll come to you. Like I'll fly to where you're at. And,
y'all hear that? Y'all hear that?
So yeah, that's no joke. If I can, my wife and I want to travel to the States anyway very soon. So if I can come to, that's Ohio, right? You're in Ohio, is that correct? Yeah. So I mean, yeah, I'm a Midwest guy myself. So like, I was born in Missouri. So
hold on, here we go. We got a special appearance. It's like, what is going on?
Gerald, you got to get one of those sheriff hat, like
yeah, right.
Wrap it around his.
Yeah, look at that. Hello. Pull on me. Yep, special appearance. There you saw it first. So.
Yep. As far as I'm concerned, in canon, that's Captain.
All right, let's see. I think we're good. You ready to get started?
Whenever you are, my guy. I'm ready to go.
Okay. All right. Unsure gave me the hosting duties. I don't.
You volunteered.
No, just messing with you. All right, so welcome everybody. Welcome, from all over. It seems like we got a lot of people from all over the time zone. So we appreciate y'all joining us and hanging out with us for the official Sandrock Civil Corps live Q&A and signing event. Thank you. Oh man, it's been fun planning this behind the scenes. Ever since we did our original Streamily signing, and Steven casually threw out the idea, and then he followed up on it, and then we got to working with Streamily and Rob and all over there, and it was like, hey, let's do it. So we time zones. We had to nail down the time where Steven would be coherent.
Coherent at some point, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like everybody is on the other side completely able to plan it. And I'm just like, I'll catch up, guys. I'll catch up.
Yeah, so I mean that was fun, and so you all showing up for this event is truly special. Man, look, I just want to start out by saying thank you for the love and support y'all have shown my boy Unsure and Justice. Like the Sandrock community is unmatched. Like y'all, we love y'all so much. me and Steven are constantly sharing fan art and memes and just so much stuff that we find. But from my heart to y'all, I love y'all. Like it's a beautiful thing to see, and to just be able to interact with y'all, and for y'all to have accepted us in these roles as these characters. So.
Absolutely. And I just wanted to say, it did take me a while to catch up with everything. And when I did my first Q&A with Group D, I believe it was, I felt like something was missing with you and I not being together, being able to do a Q&A together. It was on my radar almost immediately. Obviously the Civil Corps means so much to me. Being here with you right now means a lot to me. And this was a long time coming, so it just had to happen. So fans, thank you for joining us. It's so cool.
Oh man. And just to touch on that real quick, like it's cool like that this happened. Like for those of you who don't know, who weren't at the other live events, Unsure and I say Unsure, but Steve and I, we didn't record together. Like none of this was recorded together. So it was all solo, and I'm recording my lines and with Unsure, and in my mind I'm cracking up laughing because I can't wait to. I'm thinking like, what is Unsure saying? And like so for me, like to have hit it off with Steven, and like it almost formed this immediate bond between us, being brothers in arms in Civil Corps. So that's near and dear. So yeah, like you said, I'm happy to be here. So
speaking on that briefly, again, like whenever we get these lines, and I didn't even know what you were saying back to me, but knowing what I was saying to you, I was like, I feel really sorry for this guy. Like, to tolerate some of the things that I sure said. Like, wow, man, like this guy must have patience beyond all reason. Just
I always tell people, like, look, man, Justice is just tired. He's dealing with a lot of nonsense in this town, man. So that's how I approach every situation. Is like, man, look, okay, what's going on now? Let's see, we got a couple of comments real here I want to touch y'all.
Sure.
We love you guys so much. We need a standalone game with just a Civil Corps. Hey, look, I will jump on this Civil Corps game in a heartbeat.
Absolutely.
Spagooter says, how did you guys become so friendly? Well, we touched on a little bit, but thankfully some other members of the cast, they put together a Discord, right? And so we do get to interact with all of our fellow castmates in there. And then and for me and Steven, we just kind of friended each other up, almost immediately once we knew who each other were. And we just been going back and forth on social media. Like I said, that's the beautiful thing of this social media, just being able to interact with people around the world and make friendships and bonds. So
you're the greatest person I've never met.
Likewise. Oh man. Nick said, you already know it's going to be a great time when you see a Civil Corps quest on a map. Some shenanigans are about to go down. Yeah.
They really are.
Oh, man. We love a sassy, tired man like Justice. Hey, he's always tired. Oh, man. We're not even going to get on our Discord. Our Discord is wild. So,
oh, yeah.
That's a whole other thing in itself. So. But yeah, so with that, let me see. I'm looking at my itinerary here. And it talks about. All right, so it's been about 4.5 months since the game has been out.
About 4. Yeah,
which is wild in itself. Like we worked on this for for me it's like a year and a half, a little over a year and a half of working on just the Justice dialogue. Loved every minute of it. So, to see it just grow and, from early access, then being released to the wild on all platforms, man. Again, like I said, I can't get over the love of these characters and this world and this game. And it's really, I've done other games, I've done other, others, but Sandrock is just special, man. Like Sandrock is special to me. So, but yeah, like I said, 4.5 months it's been out. People are playing it. It's out in the wild, and I hope y'all are enjoying it and romancing y'all favorite, y'all favorite Civil Corps boys.
Yeah, truly is an amazing game, and it's funny because most of my my work is in China. Like I do cartoons and movies and stuff on this side of the country. This is the first project that's actually gone international, and it has been an absolute roller coaster ride of amazement to see how it's evolved and grown. And being here with you and doing this stuff it's surreal. It's so awesome.
Yeah, for sure. I'm just looking up. Yeah, I'm looking at the comments, and Uh, oh yeah, yeah. Unsure, getting some love. Reverse proposal. Sandrock is very
Yeah.
special. Cass is now all we need is more romance content for justice. Hey, I'm ready. I'm here. You know what I'm saying? Losing brutally to justice in combat. Hey, look. I swear, all of my friends and family who pick up Sandrock, the first thing they do is go fight justice in the ring. I don't know. I'm like, is this how y'all really feel about me? Like, this is what y'all. But then we know justice brings out the hammer, lays waste. So you got to level up. You got to level up when you go back.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I think what I get most feedback from the fans is they're asking about the reverse proposal. I have not heard anything yet, so like I know that it's coming, but they've not reached out to me about doing it. But I get the reverse proposal all the time, so I know it's like a big thing. The fans have not got the official reach out to come in and do it. I know that it's coming, but I will keep you guys. I can't say too much, obviously, but I've not actually been reached out yet. But I've seen that they are making it a thing, so I will let you tentatively guys know that, hey, I'm going back into the studio, but I can't talk much about
it. Unsure is just so sweet. His devotion to the player character, even if you don't choose him, is just the look. When I don't want to spoil anything for anybody who hasn't played it yet, but there's a scene with a letter and Unsure, and I'm playing through, and I'm already like, I know who I romance. I'm going for Heidi, right? I'm going for Heidi. But then when that happens, I had to think like, hold on, Unsure. Like, I might have to, like, that was, you got me. Like,
you might be opening up a door, man. Like, oh, now everybody's going to be, everybody's going to be trying to get justice.
Unsure.
Everybody's going to be shipping on them, man. Why not? Let's do it.
Oh, man. But yeah. Yeah, I'll kick it to you, Steven. We're going to talk about the print and what we got going on with that for the.
Yeah, absolutely. So I mentioned it briefly already, but let's take a moment to appreciate how beautiful this print is. And I think we need to give mad props to our boy, Gerald Hill, for creating this. It is amazing. And you can actually still technically go on Streamily right now if you want to order one. I've got some extra prints just in case. But as you can see, we have our boy Justice here, Unsure with his rocks, and Captain laying down here as they hang out by the fire in Sandrock. And we are both, I'm going to sign it first, and then I'm going to ship it to the States, and then Gerald is going to sign it, and then it's going to be shipped to you. I always preface this, please be patient. It does take a little time to get from China to the States, although it's actually not taking nearly as long as I thought. So it's actually much faster than I assumed it would be, but it does still take some time. But this is a beautiful print. You can still get it on Streamily right now. There's still a few. If you want to get one, now's the time to jump on. I got the Streamily in front of me. I'm checking to see if there's any updates. But we have some time. So if you guys want to get on there and order one, please do it. And you will get an authentic signature from me down here and then Gerald over here. And we'll send it to you as quickly as possible. But it's a beautiful print. Thank you, Gerald, for creating, man. It's so awesome.
No problem. Yeah, I have fun with it, man. It's one of those things that I've been wanting to do for a while. I'm like, but I had to try to figure out the perfect scenario, and I'm just like, let's just show these guys just chilling out, man. They always, like you said, there are things wacky going on for these guys. Just hanging out, by a fire, having a what I assume is a rare moment of downtime. As everybody knows, you always needed rest and sprinting past.
It's definitely a little R&R because it seems like Justin's just like, oh man, that was a long day, and then I'm sure just stacking rocks. That's how I would assume he would relax. So.
Yeah, I imagine he's trying to explain it to Justice how relaxing and everything. like Cap's already asleep, so it worked for him.
Yeah,
so.
It's a beautiful print, man. Nicely done.
So yeah, like as he said, just to reiterate, he's going to sign it on his end. They're going to send it to me. I'll sign it on my end, and then after that point, it'll be right on this way to you guys. So yeah, that's so. Let's see. Partner and sheriff references.
That was just a note, yeah.
It's the note. All right. I mean, we've been doing that already. I'm sure more and more of that's going to be coming up through the thing.
Yeah.
But let's talk a little bit about how we got into the project, and we touched on a little bit, but how that led to our natural partnership of sheriff and deputy in training.
Well, let me ask you first, man. Like, how did you? What was the audition process like for you? How did you get on board with this? Like, how did it go down?
For me, I came across the casting call. It was hush hush. It was like I had no idea what it was for. Everything was code named, and I happened to audition for one character, and like I said, it was just letters and numbers. So I had no idea what it was. And as a voice actor, to tell you send and forget. Like you send the audition, you forget about it.
Right.
But I heard back pretty quickly, and they had said, hey, the director loved your audition, and but there's two characters that they have in your mind for. Would you mind coming back for a second read for an additional character? So I'm like, sure, yeah, I'll do that. So I came and I read for a different character, and about 24 hours later, they responded like the director wants you for this new the second character to audition for, and but I didn't know at the time, but it turned out to be Justice. So awesome. It worked out. Like I totally didn't audition for Justice in the beginning, but there was something about my voice or something about my audition that they liked and that it felt like they would fit Justice. But it was a quick turnaround. It was like, would you be able to start recording in, I think it was like, originally it was like 48 hours. I'm like, yeah, just let me know. I'll be there. And she's like, great. So a day goes by. This is where time zones gets tricky, right? So I go to sleep that night, and I wake up in the morning to a phone call. They're like, hey, Gerald, are you ready? We're ready to start the session. And I'm like, oh my God. I thought that was the day after tomorrow. And I'm like, okay, I can do it. I'll be down. So I'm literally running downstairs, putting on my pants and stuff to run down and jump in the booth. And literally in that moment, like that's when I found out what the game was, who the character was. And they sent over a key art form. And I'm like, man, that kind of looks like me. This is freaking awesome, right? So we go into the lines and we finish that first session. And then at the end of that first session, my nerves is high, and I go Google everything my time in Sandrock, and then of course my time at Porsche comes up, and I just I told my like I probably shouldn't have looked it up because now it's intimidating. Now that I see how big this game is. But that was my experience. That was me stepping in and becoming Justice. I will never forget it. It was an amazing moment. How about you?
Well, my audition process came through a friend. I was doing a stage play at the time, and my friend Sonia, who had connections with Jimmy Uster, we were in a play together, and we were just kind of exchanged contacts, and she introduced me to Jimmy Uster, and they asked me if I wanted to audition for several characters. They didn't tell me specifically about what I was going to be doing, but the codes and the different letters and the scripts. But they just shot me a bunch of characters, and I think I did like 6 or 7 audition audios, and I sent it to them, and they came back with, they're like, oh well, we like this one, They maybe redo 2, but in the end they decided to go with Unsure. But the other one was that they were tentatively considering me to do a Giegler voice, but I think mine was a little too high pitchy for them. I had like a lizard sound, but I think they wanted more like a burly Giegler. But they liked the sound of it, but they were like, I think we're gonna go this route. And I remember just reading Unsure is I didn't know it was Unsure at the time, but I remember reading it. They said, oh, he's kind of quiet and subdued, and I just remember kind of just reading my own voice, but kind of like just dialing it down. I would say dialing it down to a 1. And they were, and I still tried to do emotions, and they were on board for it. I think he's not very emotional, but try to convey as much emotion as you can. He's very reserved, and I just kind of dialed my voice down to a 1, and they appreciated it. Like so, and then they're like, "Okay, are you interested in this role?" I was like, "Of course, I'm interested in the role." So it kind of went from there. It was really cool.
I seriously can't imagine anybody else's Unsure's voice, man.
Well, same man. I can't imagine anybody else
I
doing justice. I mean,
hear it, and it's like that, like that's like it's perfect. Like it like you're seriously perfect for the character.
you as
So and like
well. You as well.
and even with like his lower level of emotion, you shine through. Like really, like it comes through like in a really good way. Like I again almost romance you, man. So.
Well, I appreciate the compliment, and I wanted to say this to the fans especially. I wanted to say thank you because the same way that you said you Googled, my time at Sandrock and Porsche came up, there was a little bit of buzz already for the game and like what was going on, and they had already sent out like the bachelors and the bachelorettes, and Unsure was at the very bottom, man. Like there was just like, oh, we're so excited about Logan, and we're so excited about Fang, and like nobody was talking about Unsure. There was just a few like, oh, he may be him, but he just seems so boring. There's no backstory, and then it was just so cool to see that a lot of fans jumped on board and steadily see the popularity of Unsure rise. But also not only that, but for me, and I know maybe you and I are both biased, but I think even the fans can see it. The Civil Core duo and with Captain is it's the best part of the game, man. I mean, it really is. Like when the builders interacting with the Civil Core, that's when the story happens, man, and that's when it's fun. I've been playing the game regularly, and it's just been a blast. And I mean, I know again I am biased, but like being able to do with the builder and like the Civil Core, that's when I'm having the most fun. So, and I think the fans can feel that too.
For sure. Yeah. But yeah, hey, that the Unsure is on the rise, my man. Like I see it.
Yeah.
And it's very much deserved. Very much deserved. I'm just looking through some of the comments. I'm always happy to see diverse. This is from, I hope I pronounce this right, Keshira. I'm always so happy to see more diversity in video games, but I'm really curious to hear from Gerald. How did it feel to be voicing a character that looks so much like you? All right, you about to make me emotional here because this is something I think about a lot. This is really something I think about a lot. Again, when I saw the key art for Justice, I teared up like legit. Like this was actually one of my first big voice acting gigs, and so when I googled the game and then they sent me the key art for Justice, I'm like, holy crap! And then like he's on like. There were like the advertisements. Justice was on like all the promo materials and things like that. And that's for me, that's different because you don't see a black character on the cover of a lot of stuff, in a lot of media. So when I seen that, I immediately felt this sense of responsibility, like to portray him, as authentic and real as I could, to bring a lot of my heritage, or and what have you to the character, and hoping that it still resonated with a lot of people. So yeah, so every time I see Sandrock promo art or fan art of this black dude, like this black
Yeah.
badass character sheriff, on the and like to have him so well received by so many. If you follow me on social media, you see me say this a lot, but I'm gonna say it again here, and it's not for fluff, it's not just for promotion or whatever, but it really means the world to me, like, again, because you don't see it a lot. And so when it is out there and it's and it's accepted, and he becomes one of the fan favorite characters, and he gets some the love and support that he's gotten, I feel that and I thank you all, because that shows other media and other things that having a black character in the game is cool,
Oh yeah.
and you'll sell games, like, because unfortunately that's something that we have to deal with, and
Sure.
it shouldn't be that way. But thank you, I love y'all, and the love y'all show me is not missed. It's not missed.
Oh,
And
Sheriff,
yeah,
my Sheriff, man. You're an amazing leader. You're an amazing leader for the game, dude. You're awesome. Like,
thank you,
you
thank you.
deservedly so, man. It's so awesome. Like, Justice is front and center as he should be.
Back when they released the first concept art, I made the eyes at the handsome sheriff man. Thank you, Spagooter. Cat says he needs clothes, DLC, a dandy suit. He would look so fine. Hey, I'm down for it. I mean, it's like I know the guy has to work. He's always running around, but he can give him a day off. Let him go to the beach. Let him go to. So I'm still mad. I knew this was gonna come up. I'm still mad. He gave the hat to Captain first. Look? I didn't write it. When I read it, when I read it, look. When I remember that day recording that scene. And I just thought it was going to be Unsure too. I did just like y'all. I'm just like, oh, today I get to record this scene where, I'm giving this big speech. And a lot of times we don't get the script in advance. It's called a code read. So we'll get it like the day, maybe the night before, but generally the day of the session. So I'm reading through it and I'm just like, yeah, I'm about to, y'all notice of without further ado, and I'm just like, what? Like, I'm in the session and that was my exact response. And I'm like, I had to stop and laugh like, this is not going to sit well.
Let me come to your defense to some degree, though. Let me, if you're taking heat on this, let's just be clear. Unsure had to prove himself to some degree. I mean, I think the same way, I think the whole town, they didn't know anything about him. He was obviously an odd bird to some degree. I mean, hard worker. He had not proven himself yet. And I think that, that's part of the journey. And I think the builder helps Unsure develop and grow. And he becomes the person that he's supposed to be. And then it opens the eyes to
and it makes
for,
it like
Justice.
Yeah,
it's not just Justice. I think the whole town.
Yeah.
The whole town's like, I don't know about Unsure. He's an odd cat. So
now let's be real. Let's be real now. If Justice hadn't chose the cat lovers would have been pissed off.
Yeah. What about Captain?
So we got that out. But yeah, I was just as surprised as y'all. So let's see. I'm so happy for you that that's the reason I got this game. It resonated with me too, seeing perfect representation of characters of my race. You do such a great job. Thank you. That's again, like, doing this, getting to do this job is fun and it's amazing. But responses like that is what makes it, worthwhile. So thank you. When you interrogate prisoners, who plays good cop and who plays bad cop?
I think we both play good cop at the same time, or we both play bad cop at the same time.
Yeah, Justice.
You better do as he says. He's crazy.
I feel like Justice and Unsure haven't quite got their tactics down yet. It's just all on the fly. We're winging it, but that's us in real life, so it's cool. It works. Oh shoot! I wish there was a comic series about the Civil Corps guys. If it doesn't exist, I might have to take matters into my own hands, and I would read everything.
Oh yeah,
I would read it. So if that happens, make sure to tag us in it. Because we will.
One thing I would say, and I think there was kind of a small buzz for it. They've already kind of mentioned it, and I'm dead serious. What we really need is a Civil Corps buddy cop game. That is where we want to go with this. So keep on raising the popularity of Justice and Unsure. Let's make it a non-issue. Oh yeah, this is a no-brainer. We've got to make this happen.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so much we could do with it, man. The
origin stories, how they met,
the dynamic would be so amazing. So a buddy cop, Civil Corps, Justice and Unsure video game. That is the goal. A comic book's amazing, let's do it, but video game, that's what we want.
And it's perfect time. If the new Bad Boys movie is coming out, let's get the Civil Corps game coming out.
Ride or die, Sheriff. Ride or die.
Ride or die. Unsure was so happy. Yeah, Unsure was, but that's that. Unsure was so happy for Captain either way though, and that's Unsure, right? That's Unsure. And I love that about him. I love it.
I still think that Unsure caught more mice though.
Captain ain't trying to catch no mice. Oh man. All right. Sorry guys, I'm just getting caught up on these comments here. We appreciate all of it.
And we want to thank all the new members that are joining in. Thank you for being a part of this. It's so cool. I'm seeing the numbers of people joining has gone up. That's cool. Thank you.
Captain is such an unsung hero in the plot. He does a lot of leg work. Yeah, I got the football throw captain. So that was
Lucky.
Oh man, bad cop or worst cop. Yeah, that sounds a little bit more accurate.
Yeah, it's like it's just bad and worse. I think that tracks. Actually, I wanted to say something on this because I feel like on social media they're like, oh man, they're unsure and justice are always so kind of daft. They're not helping. They don't do everything. I feel like I do all the work. I think it was supposed to be that way, obviously, right? I mean, it's the story for the builder. Where, I mean, if we were going there just kicking everybody's ass and not letting the builder do the work, then would it be a fun video game? So I think we're supposed to be just a tad incompetent, and I would think that really allows the builder to step up and be the hero.
They had to nerf us, guys. They had to nerf us to make the builder is the hero, right? We're just there for support and comic relief. That's what we there. You guys do the paperwork. Yeah, you know how just it feels about paperwork. That is.
Yeah, well, boring.
So okay, so yeah, we got. Let me keep us on track here. Oh man, I could do this all night, but let's see. Questions, more friends. All right, nerdum time. Hey, let's what's some of your I know we both are geeks. We share a lot of favorites we've learned. What are some of your fandoms? What are some of your things that you geek out about?
I mean, it's no secret. Even like my fans know for sure. I mean, it is obvious, right? So like 100% Star Wars fan. I have no memory of not loving Star Wars. When I was, whenever my brain came into development, I had already loved Star Wars. It was introduced to me at a very early age, and I have no memory of not loving it. It is super special to me. I love Star Wars so much. That, and I'm a sci-fi guy. I love most things sci-fi. Anything sci-fi. Star Trek. I love Firefly. And obviously, I'm a big fan of Marvel Comics. Wolverine is a very important character to me. But if you're to ask me, it's Star Wars, #1 with a bullet, and then I'd say probably Marvel Universe with some sprinkle of sci-fi stuff in
there. All right, nice.
How about you, man? I think I know one of them for sure, but go ahead.
Hey, look, again, if y'all follow me on social media, y'all, I'm a cosplayer, so I love, I cosplay a lot of my fandoms. I got a lot of fandoms, man. I do, and they kind of rotate throughout the year. Which one? So, whatever mood I'm in. But I'm gonna say Marvel is at the top, the tippity top. I'm just a Marvel guy of MCU, and the Marvel comics. Love it. Iron Man and Spider-Man are my two favorites. Robert Downey Jr. How can you not, right? And then I want to say Marvel, and then I'll say Star Wars.
Okay.
Star Wars. I got a Mandalorian cosplay that I'm going to be wearing a lot. Custom Mandalorian costume I'll be wearing soon. But I'm like you. I love science fiction. I love sci-fi. But then we got Ghostbusters. Y'all know I'm a big Ghostbusters fan, and I won't stop until I'm in something Ghostbusters related.
If you can you rate your top 5 characters, like whatever franchise, it doesn't matter. Can you think of your top 5 most inspirational characters that you love?
Just out of all of my fandoms?
Out of all your fandoms, and I'll do the same. What are your top 5? I'm
going to go with Spider-Man, number 1. The whole great power, great responsibility thing that caught me at a young age, and I've just been obsessed with him ever since. Then I'm gonna say, Donatello from the Ninja Turtles, Ninja Turtles. And then I'm going to say the Green Ranger, White Ranger, whatever all the Rangers. Tommy from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers is a third. Egon from Ghostbusters is a 4th, and then Anakin Skywalker, man. I got Anakin.
Wow, yeah, really, Anakin. That's so cool, man. Wow, yeah.
I know that's like way left field from all the other characters I listed off. But look,
Okay,
man,
let me think of my top 5. So number 1 would be Luke Skywalker. Like he was my first hero. I remember when I was just like I said, my first memories was Luke Skywalker and He-Man at the same time. But obviously Luke Skywalker pulled away. But Luke Skywalker would be number 1. Spider-Man, Peter Parker. I relate to that character a lot. Peter Parker, Wolverine, Logan, and Jason from the Power Rangers series, like Mighty Morphin. That was a huge part of my life. Jason, the Red Ranger, and I would say probably Leonardo. Leonardo. I think you can probably see from my personality. What I like the leaders. I'm always, I don't know. I think that was kind of my thing. But Jason and Leonardo, but that's definitely my top 5. I'd say Luke Skywalker, Spider-Man, Wolverine, Jason the Power Red Ranger, and Leonardo the Ninja Turtle for sure. Those are my
I'm
top
seeing a lot of love for Power Rangers from the viewers. Egon, Cats, Egon, Mugshot, Power Rangers. Yeah. Somebody said Captain and Slimer. Oh shoot. Spagooda says Supernatural. I do love. Look, I'm not. That's gonna be a whole nother stream. I will be here talking about Supernatural for hours if I get dived down that rabbit hole.
I'm not very familiar with the franchise. I know what it is, but I've actually never gotten into it. I know there's.
My wife is in here. She's gonna hate me from this, but when that is Sam, every time gets me every time. Chills every time. With Spider-Man, look, Peter obviously was the original. But my boy Miles, man, Miles is getting the love he finally deserves, man. Miles in the spotlight, Into the Spider-Verse, Across the Spider-Verse, some of the best animation and storytelling. So yeah, Miles, man, I gotta go with my boy Miles. The game, like this is his moment, right? So I love the Spider-Verse in general. Spider-Man. So I think that works for him. I feel like, that's just a cool concept. I'm seeing someone like said. Favorite Star Wars movie? Revenge of the Sith, episode 3. And then
for me,
Empire Strikes Back.
Empire Strikes Back for me is like number 1. I mean, it's funny. My love for the prequels came much later. I was definitely the original trilogy guy, and I think I actually kind of didn't like the prequels as much as I didn't like them as much when I was younger. But as I've gotten older, I appreciate them much more now.
Yeah.
And but definitely Empire Strikes Back is number 1 for me. Revenge of the Sith is actually up there quite high. But I think it's the original trilogy for me. It'd be like 2, 1, then 3. And I think Revenge of the Sith is right after that. But
I agree with you.
But there's so many great things about the prequels. I have a hard time finding things that I love about the trilogy sequels, but the prequels, there's just so many great things about it. Like Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan. That's amazing.
And that's the thing for me. Like, I love Ewan McGregor and Hayden Christensen. And
Sure.
I know when when the trilogy originally came out, Hayden got a lot of flack, but I love him, man. And then
he's awesome. I mean, I think
getting the love now,
Yeah.
from Ahsoka and the Obi-Wan series, and it's seeing him tear up at Celebration. I'm like, that's cool, man. That's cool.
But absolutely. The prequels they're very special to me now. It took me a while to grow into it, but they are very important now.
But that Sam was spot on. I watch a lot of Supernatural, man. Let's see, Hobie. I see Lucky Girl says, oh yeah, Obi was great. Miles and Peter. I said, hey, I'm not gay.
With the with the No Way Home movie, with the 3 like Toby and Andrew and who do you have a favorite of those 3?
Don't do this to me, man. All right, y'all heard it here first. All right, I love all 3 of them. Peter, Toby was the OG, right? Live action. So I have a special place in my heart for him. But here's how I'm gonna break it down for y'all. Andrew was the best Spider-Man. Toby was the best Peter Parker. And Tom Holland to me is the best of both worlds. That's how I live. But Andrew is my overall favorite. I just love Andrew Garfield. He's just I love him. I love his portrayal and his most. I think it's his love for the character that it's obvious every time he talks about Spider-Man. And I remember he was supposed to be the Spider-Man in the Avengers, in the MCU, but Sony and things got weird and all that kind of stuff in there. But that's how I say that.
Sure, and I actually agree with you, man. I think you nailed it. I don't even think I have to say anything. My only thing was that I thought that Andrew was too cool as Peter Parker. I thought he was
that's
smart, but I was like, man, this guy's too cool. I mean, there's no way in any world that people would be picking on this guy in high school. He's just like, he's like skateboarding, like good looking. His hair's up to here. There's no way the girls would be all over this guy.
He's smooth. He's charismatic, and like Spider-Man. Yeah, that's why I say he's the best Spider-Man. But Peter Parker, I give it Toby. Toby nails that.
Sure.
That old school, nerd vibe. Like I said, Tom Holland to me is just both. He's the best of both.
I think, I agree. I agree with everything you said, and I don't think it's really would be hard for me to choose a favorite as well. I do think Andrew stole the show in No Way Home, though. He was just so cool.
That moment, we all know the moment. It was like, he deserved that. That was.
So chef's kiss.
So we talked about our nerd. We talked about our fandom. I guess that's the good time to segue into the movie script reading time.
Yeah, let's do it.
So Steven hit me up with this idea, and he was like, "Hey," and I was trying. We're trying to think of stuff to do and make this fun. And he's like, "What if we read some famous buddy scenes, like And I'm like, "Oh yes." So we started listing off all these ones, and I'll let Steven let y'all know which ones won out because I'm glad it was these two. So go ahead.
Yeah. So I think the one thing that I always want to, whenever we do things like this, I love keeping things like fun and light. I mean, we can just answer questions all day, but I think when people log in, they want to be entertained, and I think this is a really cool thing. I saw this several years ago. It was like some of the original Batman series. They had taken scenes from the Dark Knight movies, and they put those voices to those characters, and I thought it was amazing. And I figured it would be really cool for us to do something similar. So I was we put out a survey on Instagram and Facebook, and there was a lot of great ideas, a lot of great people put in their own votes, and the ones that really stood out, and I think he and I were both very happy about this, was that the one that actually won was the final straw between Obi-Wan and Anakin. We're going to reenact that scene for you. And then after that, we're going to do Step Brothers with Brennan and Dale. He and I were both looking at these scripts, and we were both having a hard time keeping a straight face. I think we both said it was hard to keep a straight face as we were reading it to ourselves. It's going to be funny, guys, but I would actually say please be patient with us, because even now as I'm thinking about it, I can't help but laugh. I think we decided we're going to do Star Wars first because it ends kind of on a sad note, and we're to Step Brothers last because it ends on a higher note. But our two winners were the last straw between Obi-Wan and Anakin and Step Brothers. Do we just become best friends? So I think.
Real quick before we start, there was a question: did we match on purpose? No, we did not. We did not coordinate. We did a test stream, and we realized that we're wearing the same.
I mean, it was no brainer.
Shirt.
Actually, I'm always the last. Every time I was the last one to get the shirt. I didn't get to wear it last time, and I was like, I told myself that when we did it, it was actually my wife had to help me this morning because I was torn. I was thinking, do I want to wear a Star Wars shirt or the Jim Yuster? And I was like, no, I need to wear the Jim Yuster shirt, and I'll just do Star Wars this. But thank you to my wife for convincing me to do this. Obviously, it was the right choice. So.
All right. So final straw, right?
Mm-hmm.
Our loving unsure is going to be Anakin, right? Anakin.
Yes.
And this will be Obi-Wan. Oh, this is gonna break my heart.
Yeah. No, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it in a fun way. We're gonna keep. This is a sad moment, but also I think we can make this to a point where people are laughing as well.
Yeah.
And let's set the scene. All right, so this is the final straw. We're on Mustafar. There's lava exploding behind where we're on the tarmac of where the shuttle's just landed, and things have gone bad, very bad. And we're gonna set the scene where unsure, uncharacteristically unhappy. Here we go. Ready? You've turned Wilson against me, Sheriff.
You have done that yourself.
You will not take him away from me.
Your anger and lust for power have already done that. You have allowed this dark lord to twist your mind until now you've become the very thing you swore to destroy.
Don't lecture me, Sheriff. I see the lies. I see through the lies of the Civil Corps. I do not fear the dark side as you do. I have brought peace, freedom, justice, and security to my new empire.
Your new empire?
Don't make me kill you, Sheriff.
Unsure. My allegiance is to the Civil Corps, to democracy.
If you are not with me, Sheriff, then you are my enemy.
Well, shoot. Only a Sith deals in absolutes. I do what I must.
You will try, sir. So, obviously, they clash in lightsabers. Lava exploding around Sandrock. And continue to clash. It is a horrible scene where Justice and Unsure are crossing blades, and it gets extremely intense, and we cut scene back to Justice.
I failed you, Unsure. I failed you.
I should have known the Civil Corps was plotting to take over.
Unsure. Chancellor Yan is evil.
From my point of view, the Civil Corps is evil.
Well, then you are lost.
And again, they continue to clash blades as the lava continues to explode. This is the end for you, my sheriff. And as they continue to fight, Justice makes a massive leap over the lava onto the high rocks, clearly high above, Unsure at this point.
All right, it's over. Unsure. I have the high ground.
You underestimate my power, Sheriff.
Don't try it, buddy.
Wilson! And Justice flashes upwards, severing limbs from Unsure, and he drops down to the lava where he begins to burn. This scene causes Justice so much devastation.
You would have chosen one. It was said you would destroy. It said you would destroy the Duvos, not join them. To bring balance to the Civil Corps, not leave it in darkness.
This hurts a lot. I hate you, Sheriff.
Stop. You were my brother, Unsure. I loved you.
And we see Sheriff pick up Unsure's lightsaber and walks away as poor Unsure burns in agony and cutscene. Nicely done, my man. You have a much better straight face than I did.
Ah, shoot, the dry, I hate you.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Oh
my God. Nicely done. If I was laughing in that one, I know I'm going to lose it on this next one, man.
Yeah. All right.
So let me pull it up in front of you real quick. 1 second.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
All right.
So, right now, so we're setting this. Are you guys ready? We'll do the next one. So this is the Step Brothers best friends scene. Both Justice and Unsure are in their co-bedroom, and something funny had just happened. Justice will be playing Brennan, and I will be playing Dale. Yeah, again, I apologize beforehand to the fans because if I was laughing during the last one, I don't see a world where I can keep a straight face during this one. But I'm definitely going to try, so please be patient with me. All right, so Justice, it's you.
I can't believe you hit Derek.
I know. Did you see the expression on his face?
That was cool. Listen, I know we started out as foes, but after that courageous act that you showed against the one they called Derek, maybe someday we could become friends. Friends who ride majestic, translucent steeds, shooting flaming arrows across the bridge of Hemdale.
I would follow you into the mist of Avalon, if that's what you mean.
Hey, you want to see something cool that only 3 people have seen? Okay, open your eyes.
Whoa.
See that black smudge right there on the blade?
Yeah.
Look at it closely.
Pretty
recognizable signature.
No.
Randy Jackson from American Idol.
Why do you have Randy Jackson's autograph on a martial arts weapon?
I bumped into him, and all I had was his sword. And you're not going to not get Randy Jackson's autograph.
I would have done the exact same thing. Now, do you want to see something really cool?
Of course.
Turn off the lights. Industrial strength night vision goggles.
Holy Santa Claus shit. Can you imagine if we had these when we were 12?
Even better. We got them when we're 30.
You know what's amazing? They're not that noticeable on your face.
Right?
Yeah. I can't believe I've been living here for 2 weeks. And I've been walking around this place thinking I've got a huge doucher for a stepbrother. Secretly. You're not a doucher.
Let's play a game, all right? On the count of 3, name your favorite dinosaur. Don't even think about it. Just name it. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Velociraptor.
Velociraptor.
Favorite non-pornographic magazine to masturbate to. Good house.
Good housekeeping.
If you're a chick, who's the only guy you sleep with? John
Stamos. What?
Did we just become best friends?
Yep.
You want to go do karate in the garage, buddy?
Yep. Yeah. Nicely done, my man. Oh man, I hope you guys enjoyed that as much as I did. Again, even the whole time, I'm just like trying to cover my mouth from laughing, man. Night. We want to thank everybody for voting and choosing the scenes. Obviously, Star Wars means a lot to me, so thank you. But yeah, the Step Brothers one is great too. So.
Oh man, I'm glad y'all enjoyed. Oh man, that was fun. Good times.
Okay.
Without further ado, how about we dive into some of these here autographs?
Yes. Let me bring up Streamily. Just give me 1 second. I have to bring it back up. Make sure we're doing this in order. I have it here. Just 1 second. Okay. So, yeah. And number 1, and our cue is, and this is no surprise, she is a huge fan of both of us. She's always supporting us. Kat. Kat, are you on here? Kat, are you here? And I don't want to sign it if she's not on. I think if
I believe she
might jump back on.
I believe so, but let's make sure.
Let's give her some time.
Yep.
If there's any, yep, there she is. Awesome.
Cool.
Now, so Kat, is there anything specific you want me to write? Again, let's display this amazing print. Obviously, again, created by Gerald. We have Justice, Unsure, and down here we have Captain, They're hanging out next to the fire. Sandrock is in the background. And yeah, so Kat, what can I, and again, let's talk about the logistics of what this means. I am in Beijing and Gerald is in Ohio. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sign first on this side, right down here. And then I'm going to ship them to Streamily, and then Streamily is going to ship to Gerald, and Gerald is going to complete the process. And I was even thinking, I thought about it earlier, I forgot to mention it. Maybe there's a way that we can log on and do a part 2 Q&A where you actually have the prints, and maybe we can get some and have you sign live, and we can do it again. And I think that would be a nice way to wrap things up on your end.
Yeah.
We can do it again. Yeah.
Sounds good.
But yeah, so Kat, I see Don't You Dare do an unsure on me, but is there something specific you would like me to write down here? I can do that. It says, I like your, yeah, I'm not sure what your note is. Is there something specific we can do for you?
Yeah, looks like she wants from Justice to say, I like your moxie, Kat. You make a fine deputy.
Oh, okay, yeah.
From you.
Okay. Your dedication to the
Unsure.
Civil Corps is exemplary, but I'm afraid that is a sweet hat. Okay, I got it. Okay, I misread it. I got it. Okay.
Yeah. So
cool.
maybe
Well, I'm going to write that right now. Oh, sorry,
and then I would say maybe just sign on the front and then on the back write out the thing.
Actually, I was going to ask you because I got a little pushback and heat from Streamily about writing on the back. Do you do that? Because I think whenever I did it, they were like, "Oh, you're not supposed to do that."
You know what? I mean, I guess that makes sense because they usually put the numbers and stuff on the back.
Yeah.
So you keep track of how it is, but
I'll do it. I mean, I think at the end of the day, as long as
I guess let's appease Streamily if we
okay, right. Okay. Well, then what I'll do is I'll write the quote first, and then under it I'll put my signature, and then I'll put unsure VA next to that. I think that should cover the base. I think that's okay. Okay. All right. Let's try it. Okay. So your dedication to the Civil Corps is exemplary.
I am in the path of the eclipse, so yeah. Well,
but I'm afraid
a few events here.
Hat is mine, and I'm gonna put unsure VA, and then sign my name down here at the bottom. And there it is. Yeah, just as requested. Put it in black right there. You can see it's, again, a beautiful print done by Gerald. And I'm going to put the, it says GS, so it's GS1. So I'll put GS1 on the back so that we know that this is Kat's. And I'm going to log that away, and I'll send it to Gerald very soon. Kat, thank you so much. All right.
Thank you.
Yes. Okay. Next one. This is Ardera. Ardera, are you on?
Ardera.
This is a late birthday present for my good friend. Oh, it's for Ardera. Please wish her a happy birthday. Ardera, are you on? Because we would love to wish you a happy birthday. Ardera? And we can give her maybe a minute. Is there maybe a question from the fans we can take to kind of maybe fill in the gap? Is there a question we can answer?
Someone asked if we'll be doing more future signings, and most definitely, yes, we'll definitely. If that's something that everyone wants, we love to do. Y'all can actually head to our Streamily page anytime to order. But if you want like the double, yeah, we can definitely do it again. And
I didn't mean to interject, but I do see Ambient.
Yep.
Hi,
Yep.
I'm Ardera. So first of all, from unsure, my side, happy birthday. It's so cool that you wanted a present that it coincides with the Civil Corps. That means a lot to us. But yeah.
From Justice, happy birthday. It's cool. It's cool that you're spending some time with us, and we get to share in this the day of your birth that you blessed us with your graciousness. But no, seriously, happy birthday, and thank you for all the love and support. And they said it's a late birthday present. I hope your birthday was great, and hopefully this will make it that much sweeter.
And I'm going to say it just like that. I'm going to say Happy birthday. You rock.
Rock Riz.
Yep. Love. Unsure. And I'm going to sign my name right here down by the bottom and put the VA right there. As you can see, happy birthday. You rock. Love, unsure. Stephen McKinney, VA. And I'm going to put GS2 on the back so that they know. And again, they will send this to Gerald as quickly as possible. And yes. So again, Ardera, thank you so much. Happy birthday.
Thank you. Happy birthday. Next up,
All
we
right.
have Chantel.
Yes,
Are you
Chantel, are you on? Chantel? And we can do maybe another question if there's any fan questions. We can maybe fill the gap a little bit before we wait.
They were just screaming they want more acting scenes.
More acting scenes. Oh, okay. Well, let's not overdo it. I would say we'll put out another survey, put like a poll out there, and we'll do more. I mean, like, again, I think, Gerald already said it. If you guys are on board for it, we'll do it as much as you want us to. So, like, I mean, I love it. I'm sure that he does as well. I don't want to. We would love to keep doing it, but let's not overdo it. Let's do maybe like two per signing.
Listen,
want more.
Winter Creator says, my birthday is tomorrow. March birthday. People are happy birthday. We got another birthday in here.
Happy birthday
from Justice.
Yeah.
Happy
birthday from Unsure.
Say it to you first. So yeah, live it up.
Happy early birthday for sure. Yeah. Chantel, are you on? Chantel? Maybe we can skip this one for now, and then we can go to the next one. Yeah, come back to it. Okay. Yep. Okay.
Carrie.
Let's see. Carrie.
Carrie is up.
Carrie, are you here? And again, we can possibly do a question or something.
Question for Unsure. How do you think Unsure would feel if he found out that Moonstone is a form of feldspar?
Ooh. Man, I don't think he would like that. No, I don't think he'd appreciate it. Yeah, no. Feldspar. No. I don't think I'd like that at all. It says, it's Carrie. So to help us out, can you say, hello, I am Carrie? That's going to probably... I think she's on. We just... Do you see it? I don't see it, Gerald. I'm sorry.
I see it's Carrie, but I don't.
Yeah. That's all you. Yeah.
Is Golden Spider? The Golden Spider? I think Golden Spider. Is it Golden Spider? We're having a Civil War moment right now.
Yeah. Like I don't know, Sheriff.
Yeah.
There it is. That's me. So Golden Spider Duck. Hello, I'm Carrie. Sure. Again, we're gonna scratch our heads unless you say, like, spell it out for us. Hello, I am. We're just like, I don't know. All right. Carrie, do you have any special requests? You didn't write anything in, or I can just just kind of wing it. But do you have anything you'd like for us to add into it? If not, I can just kind of wing it. I'll give you a second there to type something out if you have something in mind. Any questions? We can maybe do one more question before I sign it.
I see one that says, Stephen, this is an odd question, but I know a lot of fans are hoping that Chi's voice actor, Richard Lee, can get on Streamily. I know it said he was from Hong Kong. Do you know him?
Richard Lee. I'm actually not familiar. I don't know. I'm actually not familiar. Unfortunately, it doesn't ring a bell. Sorry. I wish it did.
And Carrie says, could you just give a shout out to the Terrible Trio? I know what this means.
Oh, you do? Okay. Well, I'm going to give a massive shout out to the Terrible Trio. Thank you so much for being terrible and a trio.
And we'll talk about it later, I'm sure.
Okay. All right. Okay. I didn't see anything specific from Carrie, so I'm just going to say,
she just all she said was just make it out to the Terrible Trio.
Oh, okay, that's it. Okay. All right, cool. I got it. Okay. All right. So, just to okay, got it. So, to the Terrible Trio, thank you for being so terrible. Much love. Unsure. And I'm going to put sign my name, Stephen McKinney, and put the VA down here. And there it is. As you can see, right there. There's still plenty of room for
Terrible
Gerald.
trio.
Terrible trio. All right, so we're going to do the GS4 on the back. So awesome. There it is. Cool. Can we go back to Chantel? Chantel, are you there? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know.
I don't remember seeing a Chantel, but let me hit this question real quick while we wait a little bit. Winter Creator says, I'm curious as to if Justice trains with Captain since Captain kicks butt. And everyone knows that Captain is Justice's cat, whether he admits it or not. Cap would, Cap does not let me not train with him. If anybody's familiar with the scene from Rocky, when Rocky and Apollo Creed are running on the beach training with the short shorts, that they got that, they stole that from me and Captain. They stole that from me and Captain. That's our training on a regular basis. My shorts are a little shorter. And Captain likes to run, so yeah, we train on the beach quite regularly.
Wow,
the beach with no water, because there's no water.
The headcanon you just developed in my brain is priceless. Thank you for that.
Oh man,
okay. Let's.
Yeah.
No, I did see. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I would just say I don't think I've seen Chantel. So
yeah, I don't think so either. So Autumn, I did see. I think Autumn is on here. I think I just saw her. Autumn, can you please help us not scratch our head and just say hello? This is Autumn. There she is. Yep, there it is. Yep, I thought I saw you. Awesome. Okay, let's see. Autumn, can you put that I'm the best honorary Civil Corps member? All right. Yes. Okay, sure. Absolutely. Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to do that right now. So, thank you for. I'll say thank you for being the best honorary Civil Corps member. Keep it like I think I'm sure we keep it simple.
I'm gonna read off another question too.
Sure.
Gerald and Stephen, if you could adopt one Sandrock pet other than Captain, because you obviously adopt him too, which one would you choose? The gecko for me. The gecko wins every time for me.
Oh yeah. Oh man, I think the meerkat. I love the meerkat. When I play the game, I always feed the meerkat. I love it. So I think the meerkat for me. Thank you for being the best honorary Civil Corps member.
Nikki says, what is your top favorite scene and or scenes from my time at Sandrock? That's a tough one. There's you got any off the top of your head? Your favorite scenes or favorite moments from Sandrock?
There's two that come to mind, but only because I just recently played it. So I think the dinner getting together was obvious. I think that's a good scene for our two characters. Like, you start to see that they actually start to kind of like each other. But when the green mist comes in, people start turning green, and then the guy, the builder and the core, they go in. Like, there's some amazing exchanges between Unsure and Justice, and it was funny because we talked about it before about how like there's no context about like what we're saying to each other when we did our scenes. It was the first time I actually seen the scene together with both sides of the dialogue, and I was laughing myself. I was like, maybe this makes me narcissistic, but I was enjoying the interaction between Unsure and Justice. It's the first time you really see them being their buddy cop, and I think that was really good.
Yeah, I'll add the dinner, and then the dinner, and then I want to say the scene with what's the one character's name that falls asleep? He's like narcoleptic. He falls asleep on.
Oh yeah, Mint. Yeah, Mint.
Yeah, he falls asleep.
Justice just reason the riot act is like
Yeah, for some
moron.
reason that just and Unsure is like he goes in and for the save and but Justice just like listing off all these things like, do I smell gas? Like, like this is just like the exchange is so hilarious. This shows how tired Justice is of everything that's going on in this time.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's definitely one of my favorites. And like I said, and the Tennessee, because I like that Justice kind of gives Unsure a hard time, like in public, but it shows the dialogue in that scene shows how he really feels. Like he does love Unsure, he does care about him. He doesn't get him all the time, but
Yep. I think it's amazing, like the level of tolerance that I think Justice shows on a daily basis. But yes, it is signed and numbered. So yeah, thank you for being the best honorary Civil Corps member. Much love, Unsure. And then I got the number on the back. So, and this is going to be sent to Gerald, and he's going to put his Herbie Hancock on the other side.
DJ Rex says, what did you think of the plot twist? Did you see any of them coming? Now, I'm going to refrain from spoilers for anybody who hasn't gotten that far yet. But I will say, yes, I was. I was just as shocked as everyone else. And I'll leave it at that.
So the thing is, I actually had spoilers before I actually started playing the game. It was funny because when I first got involved, like I only saw it from like kind of a very small window. Like I only have a Mac, so I wasn't able to play on Steam. So I would catch a little bit some of the storyline here and there. I think there's a lot of plot twists that are play the game. That's the best I can tell you. Yeah. It's worth it. I mean, I love video games, but like my time is at a premium, so I don't get to spend a lot of time. But I've been making time for Sandrock, and I'm enjoying every minute of it. And it's just it's a fun development. It's a fun storyline. The characters are amazing. Civil Corps, obviously, awesome. Yes, amazed and surprised and awesome for sure. Like we could go back to Chantel. Are you on? I feel like maybe she's not, but I figure just keep asking until we can't ask anymore. Chantel, are you on? Okay, probably not, I guess. Then I think that goes to Auntie Meow. And I think I saw Auntie Meow, though. Auntie Meow, can you please write, hello, this is Auntie Meow.
Well, let's see, I'm going to throw a question here. Who are your favorite Sandrock citizens other than Justice and Unsure? Vivi, man. Vivi, I love any scene that has to deal with Vivi, especially there's a mission that comes up for her. And Pablo, I think Pablo is just so funny to me. Pablo and I say Chuck because that's the actor's name. I know him as Chuck. Sure. But Cooper, man. Cooper's rants, man.
Cooper's great, man. Cooper's a great character for sure. Well, I can tell you my favorite. So Civil Corps is in its own world. Like that's like miles ahead of everything else. So like Justice and Captain are very special to me. Outside of it, like the Civil Corps is number one with a bullet. But I absolutely love the character of Penn. I think Penn is just amazing. I love Penn so much. When I play the game, I do everything I can just to interact with Penn on a regular basis. I think he's awesome. And like when I'm doing the game, my builder is just in love with Amira. Like he just loves Amira, and I think I think they did a really good job developing her. She's very pretty. The voice is awesome. She's just a great character. But I think Penn and Amira are my like top two outside of the Civil Corps for sure.
Mayor Trudy is always just because and the voice actress for is just she's so great. Like she's just she embodies that even outside the game.
You mentioned I'm sorry, no, go ahead. I didn't interrupt.
I was gonna say, and I give my shout out to my boy Owen. Sure. Even though I gotta watch him around my wife when she's playing her game. My wife is married. My wife is married. Her builder is married to Justice. But Owen keep trying to cook food for her, man. And I know my wife. She likes a home cooked meal. Owen, if you're watching, Yeah, I got my eye on you, buddy.
Yeah. My wife shows a little bit of jealousy to Amira. I was like, oh, you're playing Sandrock. I see you with Amira again on another date. Interesting. But I was going to tell you, you mentioned Heidi before, and Sonia is the voice of Heidi, and she actually is here in Beijing with me. She and I both kind of went through the process together. We were in stage productions together, and she just had a baby. She and her husband just had a baby. But I'm trying to get her into the Sandrock community, but once she gets past being, a new mother, I think she might kind of jump in. But, yeah.
That's a lot already.
Yeah, that is a thing. So, Sonia
says Justin says hi, and that my builder is very just trying to win her over with all his might.
Okay, so Auntie Meow. I don't know if she posted the hey, hello, I'm Auntie Meow. Auntie Meow, are you here? I saw you before. I was sure I saw her.
Let me see. Yep, I am. Yep, she responded.
She is. Yes,
I am
awesome.
With cat.
Cool.
Yep.
Oh, draw a cat or a cat reference. It's becoming a VA challenge, drawing a cat. All right, so I will do it. Like, I'm not even remotely near as good an artist as Gerald. Not even close. I'm going to keep mine simple, like circles and triangles, but that's what you get for a buddy who does not write colors. But yes, I'm just going to, all right. Auntie Meow. You rock. Here's a cat. and love, unsure. Sign my name, VA over here. Really not this. Yeah, let's try that again. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay. All right. So you can see my beautiful, well-drawn cat right there for you.
Love it.
Yeah. Well, man.
That's some deputy level drawing right there, buddy.
And yep. So GS, I believe that's 6. All right.
Let's see. I got Kashira. I hope I'm saying that right. But we have a Gerald Steven. I have a voice acting question for aspiring VOs. Do you have any advice on how to find audition and work opportunities? Twitter used to be a really good place to find casting calls. But one thing check out castingcallclub.com. That is a big one. It's free. You can make you make your own profile, and you go in there, and there's casting calls from all levels. That way you can start out with smaller ones and then work your way up. That's a good one. Like I said, on Twitter, you follow the hashtag casting call. You will see a whole bunch of them if you're on Twitter still, and hopefully it'll be around for a little bit. But those are my recommendations.
And I guess for me, on my side, create your own journey. That would be my recommendation. Obviously chase the auditions. Don't expect it to come to you. Just create your own. And that's the one thing that I always try to do is like I create my own art. I do a lot of collaboration with artists and musicians and writers, and I try to create my own thing. And then you can really project the things that you care about, the voices and characters that you love, and create your own. And know your strengths, your opportunities, but work on what you're really good at. Collaborate to try to find the balance that people can fill in the gaps that maybe you don't do as well. And that's kind of how I've done everything in Beijing, whether it was music, acting, voice acting. Connect with people who are like-minded, have the same goals and desires, and try to collaborate and create your own journey. And then hopefully along the way, as you grow and learn, people see it and they'll see how awesome it is, and they'll try to scoop you up.
Definitely. It says I'll sign off on that. Yeah, genuine friendships and connections go so far. With like you said, with like-minded people. The voice. One thing I learned about the voiceover community is that for the most part, it's extremely welcoming and helpful. So once you kind of know your path that everybody's journey is different, but once you know what you're after and you start forming these relationships and just becoming a part of the community, everything else will come. Everything else will start to come, and you'll start to find it, and then that'll make it easier for you to go after what you're
And a
going
shout out
after.
in regards to that. Much love to the entire cast of My Time at Sandrock. The voice actors are so amazing. Like I said, I'm always the last one to know, and I'm the last one to jump on. But like the community was like, let's get Steven in here, and they were always like, they helped me understand what was going on and how to get aboard for it. So we love you guys. Yes, so much. Thank you.
Sandrock family, the best.
But also Civil Core.
Civil Core.
Catherine. I thought I saw Catherine as well, though.
Yeah, aka Prague Frock on Twitter and Facebook.
Yeah, Prague Frock. Catherine, are you on?
Not the government name. Nikki says you guys
that's called Prague Frock.
Help bring the game together and made it feel so much. It's been amazing. Thank you. That means a lot to us.
She's here. All right. It says thank you both for bringing your own special kind of magic to Sandrock's good. Cop duo. Yeah, is there something you'd like for me to write before I send it off? I can make it any way that would make you happy. Let's do it. Oh my goodness! Yeah, 3:26 a.m. in the UK. Oh my goodness, you are a trooper! Wow.
Thank you for sitting through all the shenanigans and the reading.
I feel I'm such a jerk. I'm like, oh man, it's like 8 a.m. I need my coffee.
Oh man. Ambi.
Okay. I can say, Catherine, thank you for staying awake.
Right. Yeah. Do you think you can petition the merch team to release good quality Civil Core jackets, or more likely a Critters deck? Look, if I had that kind of power, there'd be so much Civil Core merch. But that would be how dope would that be?
Of course, I got him on speed dial. I'm like, hey, I want this and this and this, and like, no problem, Steve. Right. We got you. Click done. Let me give you a word of advice to the fans. If you want more justice and unsure, then make it known.
Yep.
Put it on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram.
Blast
Papillon, blast Jimmy Uster, like all of them, man. So we want more justice. We want more unsure. I mean, that's how unsure became more popular. I mean, it was, like I said, it was a groundswell at the very bottom. And just to see his popularity, that's because of the fans. And it was recognized by Papillon and Sandrock, like, wow, this character is really connected to the fans. And same thing with Civil Core and Justice. Let it know. Put it out there, man. Let them know.
Y'all got power. They listen to y'all. Yep. And they're always watching. So tag them. Let them know. Civil Core, man. Civil Core. Let them know.
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely. So, Catherine, here we go. So, hey, Catherine. Let's see. Catherine, make sure I'm doing it right. Thank you for staying awake. You rock so much. Much love. Unsure. And then I'll sign my name. And then put VA. There we go. Seriously, 3:30 in the morning, and you stayed on for this. That is amazing. And I'm going to put the number on back so I don't forget. GS7. And there it is. And I'm going to, again, put this together to send to Gerald. Chantel is not, I have not heard much from Chantel. I mean, at all. I mean, is she, I don't know, did she jump on? If not, we just have to do it, and then hopefully she gets to see it when we post the video.
I actually, let's see. I actually got 2 orders.
Oh, did you?
For Justice Prince. So
okay.
How we should do these.
I have a couple. I have actually a couple unsure as well. No, I'm sorry. I just have one was a video, so the other one I can do. I have one as well, but we can. I mean, just take the time. Do you have it with you or?
The prints? Yeah, I got the.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have the prints.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say let's we could wrap up this and then we can take the time to actually do yours. Like, and then we can do a couple more questions and wrap it up. If that's okay.
Yeah, that's fine. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, cool. So we still have we have Chantel. Chantel, if you're not on, we'll just if you're hopefully you'll watch the video and see that we love you and appreciate you. Thank you for getting a print. I'm going to go ahead and do this now. So, hey, Chantel, thank you for your support. Rock Riz forever.
Love it.
Yep. Rock Riz forever. Much love.
Kaishira says, Steven, can we get a Civil Core song duet with you and Gerald?
Man, what is this always trying to get me? They always try to get me to sing songs, man. Like, you sing this and sing this. And like... I will tell you. All right, so here's the deal. On Instagram, like the feed, it would not do it justice. No pun intended. I would say we will try to do this when we actually are face to face. If that would, I mean, if Gerald's on board for it, I'll do it. But I can tell you, if we tried to sing together with this feed, there'd be a lag on the VPN. It would not work.
When we meet face to face,
yes,
we would do our best to try to come up with something cool.
And again, I want to give mad props to you, the fans. I've been checking the numbers; they've been consistently high the whole time. So thank you for being here the whole time. The ones that've been up all night, like 3 hours. That's so cool.
Thank you.
So you guys have made this a very successful stream. So thank you. I wrote it. So Chantel, I don't think you're on, but you do have your message, and we appreciate you and love you, and thank you for your. And I'll put
Kels, I know where she's going with this. Kels says, "Do you both know Mandarin?"
Yeah, I speak Mandarin. My wife seems to think it's better than it really is, but I do speak Mandarin.
I used to speak Mandarin. I am very
really.
Rusty.
How did that come about?
Very rusty.
So I will say that my again, my wife gives me more credit than I really deserve. But my tones are always quite off. But my texting and reading is much better than my spoken.
The tones are
the
tones are the crazy because if you get the wrong tone, you say something completely.
Yeah. It's like ma. So like this is ma, and you say it 4 different ways, and it means which is always so frustrating because it's not like speaking English. It doesn't matter how you say it. It's like I want a sandwich. I want a sandwich. It's like, the tones are a little difficult, but yes, I study at least 15, 20 minutes a day, and my wife, who is Chinese, helps me get better and better. But I've been here for 10 years, and my Chinese is not nearly as good as it should be. But yes, above survival. I get around the city quite easily and simple conversations. But if you start talking quantum mechanics, you've lost me.
I studied 2.5 years, but that was a long time ago. So
okay, that's so cool, man. I didn't know that. That's really cool. That's awesome. All right, we've done all of the co-signings.
Mm-hmm.
So I have one as well, but I think tag you out. Let's let you do yours first, and then if you want, I can possibly see if there's any questions. Although honestly, I go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. Which I was just looking at the what we got.
My feed is so I think you probably have a better view of the questions. My feed is pretty small. I don't know how you see it, but I don't see many of the questions.
Karina says, "Where do I go to buy a poster from you guys?" Oh, somebody just posted Spagooter. There you go. Spagooter posted the
Streamily,
link.
Oh yeah.
Thank you. I can still. It says, Kelsey, I can still sing "Happy Birthday" in Mandarin because of you.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I don't know, Howard. I don't know what your time frame is. It's much later for you guys. It's starting to get like it's like late early morning for me, but I know it's probably getting a little late for you. I don't know how long you want to stay on, but
yeah, we can start wrapping up. I only have let's see, 2. So Becca, are you here? Is Becca here?
We can do a question that maybe as kind of wait. Oh, wait, no,
There
that's
we go.
me.
Yep.
I'm Becca. Yeah, do your thing, man.
All right. Becca ordered the Justice print by the wonderful and talented artist Paul Fia. Let me see here. I got this here. Boom, this one. This one that she has. I absolutely love this print. And it says Becca wants it the third best deputy after Captain Unsure. uh, one second.
Deputy in training. Hashtag spoilers.
All right. Sorry, I had to get my marker. All right.
What do you think?
Make sure. Okay. All right. Becca.
And again, if you if fans have a question, I can kind of fill out some of the talking right now. If while he does some writing, is there a question that I can see, and maybe we can try to address that as Gerald does his signing.
Be the third best.
How did you feel about Captain being deputy instead of you? Well, like I said, I think that it's a journey. It's not a sprint; it's a journey. And I think that Unsure was he was not well received when he first came to Sandrock. He was a little odd, had his own little things, and I don't think he'd earned it yet. And he has to earn it. He has to earn the respect of his CEO, and he has to earn the love of the community and the builder. And I think he was quite okay with it when Captain got it. Maybe a little confused because he was the better mouse catcher, but I think it's better that he waited. How many mice did Unsure catch? Oh, so many. I mean, beyond. I mean, so many.
There you go, Becca. Got that for you. I'll get that off to you. The best deputy.
Nicely done.
All right. Here, I'm trying not to make a mess of my things here. And then lastly, do we have Asia? Is Asia here?
And okay, we can take another question. Maybe despite T being so mean to Civil Corps, how does Unsure feel about the director? Again, I actually said this in my last Q&A. I think Unsure appreciates everyone. I don't think that he has any ill will toward anybody. He just sees everybody as interesting, and I think he wants to connect. He's not very good at vocalizing his emotions, but he has a big heart. I think we can all see that when we play the game. His heart is huge. His emotion expression is quite low, but I believe he appreciates everybody, despite people being rude. I think even Mason was quite rude to Unsure. I think there's a quote where Mason was quite rude to Unsure, and Unsure's like, "Hey, I get it. I'll do whatever he says. No big deal." So I think he just appreciates people and loves them. I think that's his MO.
Here I am. There's Asia. Okay, cool. We got
Nice.
Asia says, "Hey there. Give it to my sister in arms. Anywhere on the print. Thank you so much, and love you both. Love the both of you for all your great work. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. I will get that signed here right now. To my sister in arms."
Yep, Unsure. He asked you to. Yep, that's never speak to him again. Good job respecting the man. Is there a game you would love to voice act in their next game? Maybe you're talking about is there a game that we would love to voice act in? Let me think. Yeah, I think I said it before. Anything, I would love to voice Peter Parker. I think that I could really pull that one off.
Ooh,
And
yeah.
Marvel, like, I mean, I'm a big Marvel guy. I think Star Wars, although I don't know who I would voice in Star Wars, but I would love to be a part of that universe. And Jason, the Red Ranger, I would love to voice that in a game, comic book, motion comic. That's a huge thing for me, for sure. I'm not sure about Gerald, but that's kind of how I saw it. If I could do a voice of a video game, or yeah, that would be pretty cool, like a Marvel video game.
To my sister in arms, Asia, thank you for being a great partner. Justice. There you go. All right. We talking about voicing characters?
Yeah,
Blade. Blade
Blade.
from
Oh yeah.
Marvel is one of my favorites. Oh man, I would love to voice Blade. And fun fact,
Oh no.
oh, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay, why is my kid calling me? That's
Oh.
anyway.
Oh.
Sorry about that, y'all. Kels, get on, tell him stop. But Blade, I would love to voice Blade in a Marvel game or Marvel anything Marvel. But I also would love to voice, and I can announce this now. I always wanted to voice something in the Star Wars project, but I can announce that I'm voicing Lando Calrissian in the Star Wars animated thing coming up. So keep eyes open for that one. So
Congratulations.
that's
That's so cool, man. Lucky.
That's a fun time.
Oh man, that is, you would kill. You're gonna kill that role, man. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, wow, for sure. Do you guys play any musical instrument other than your own voice? I play a little guitar and a little piano, but not well.
No. Fun fact about me, no, I no instruments, but I do make a fat beat. No, I'm just I used to I had an album come out when I was younger. I'm a lyricist. I had a rap album. In fact, it is one of those crazy facts that always people are shocked by. But yeah, I had a rap album quite a while ago.
That is fantastic. Let me actually ask real quick. Skinny, are you on? You asked for a Tanith print. I can possibly sign that if you're on. So Skinny, if you're here, I can do a quick. And I need to give a shout out to the artists, and I need to apologize because they were amazing artists, and they created these. They created Tanith. She made this one. There's so many amazing prints that are on my Streamily account. I have signed prints, and I tried to ship them to America, but it was during the government meetings in Beijing, and it was paused and then sent back. And I still have it, and I've not been able to send it because they've been pushing packages back to return to sender, essentially. I am going to send them, I promise. I'm not holding on to them, and I did do it, but I'm going to resend them once they allow packages to go out. For whatever reason, during the conference, they pushed it back. So when I ship these Streamily, I'm going to be shipping your signed autographs as well. And again, I'm so sorry that they're late, and they are so late, and I apologize. A Justice rap, yeah, man. I had to sing.
Thank
so
God.
last time I had to sing. I'm a rocket, man. You should do a Justice rap.
It is not downloadable. No, it's not, and it's nowhere. It's nowhere on the World Wide Web. So.
But Skinny, are you on? Going once? If you jump on, I can sign this for you. If not, I'll just sign it and send it to you. But if you did order this during the live stream, so I can possibly sign this for you if you're on. A Civil Core rap. But I'm going to probably say she's not on. It doesn't seem like it. So yeah, I don't have anything else to sign.
Did you say Tanith? Tanith did the
yes, Tanith. Oh, so talented. And she's yeah.
Speaking of Tanith and just how amazing again this community and you all are, Tanith just sent me this. Oh my God.
So lucky. Oh, so good.
Look at that. Oh, but there's no justice without Captain. Look at that.
Lucky.
Look at that. So now I just need an unsure to complete the Holy Trinity.
She asked if she could send that to me, and I was like, well, I would love it. The unsure one to me, and I said I would love it, but I haven't even got you your prints yet, so let's just talk after you get
Yeah.
yours first. So
Yeah.
I feel so horrible about that, man. That feels like because I signed them so long ago, and like once their Congress went in session, things just shut down, and I couldn't. It was just they sent it back, and I didn't realize it till after, like it was 2 or 3 weeks after the fact. So it's been so long overdue.
Appreciate y'all patience on all of this. The logistics gets wild again because we're miles apart. We're not, so yeah, just thank you for your support, and thank you for your patience. And y'all rock, man.
Yeah. Pun intended.
All right, is that it on your end?
I think, yeah, man. Like I sent out the blast and I didn't get a response, so I'll just assume that they're not. I think we can take a few more questions and just kind of do a wrap up if that's okay with you.
All right. Yep, that's good. Let's see. We just appreciate you guys doing this for us. Hey, we love it. We love the opportunity just to be able to do this, and hang out with you all. I want silver core action figures with movable limbs. Hey, yeah, that would be great. Yep.
Again, we said it before. You want something, you spam and you blast Panthea and My Time at Sandrock devs and just say, hey, we want more justice, we want more unsure, we want more civil cord, and that's how it happens. I mean, if they see that there is a fan base that want it and will push for it, then I mean, yeah, I can't see a world where they wouldn't at least consider it.
I'm just going through any questions, see that if we missed any recent questions. Do you guys have a favorite line you did for your characters? I think that's a good one. That's a good one to
sure
to go out with.
You want to go first?
Man, Justice always has a mouthful, man. There is there's two, and I'll say this because the first one is justice is my name, justice is my game. Now I say that because when I first saw that line, I'm like, oh no, this line could go either way. It could be either really just over the top, and so I had to really find a good way to say it in I guess a fun way, like almost like he's not being overly cocky. That's just it's a catchphrase, like just having fun. So that's why I hope that came across. But when I saw that line, I thought that was funny. And then there's another one which I was a huge Fresh Prince fan growing up, right? So there's a scene in the game where Justice, the Justice says this line. It's actually I laughed out loud in the session because as I started saying it, I knew exactly what it was going to. But it's something about the Giggler. There's a Giggler, and he's like, well, what if he's up to no good and starts making trouble in the neighborhood? And that's the direct line from the theme song of Fresh Prince. I felt so cool being able to say that in character. I'm like, thank you, writers, for putting this in here. This is so great. Yeah, those are my two.
Okay. Well, my favorite line, and I always kind of. I mean, I got an Anakin line. I mean, it's basically Sand. It gets everywhere. It's coarse grainy. It gets everywhere. What's not the love? I mean, yeah. Like, of course, that's gonna be my favorite line. I do remember when I was actually in studio and I was voicing, doing some of the lines. The closet scene. I actually could not keep a straight face and was laughing when talking about. Oh, maybe it is me, but maybe not. Oh, I was hoping you'd catch me. Like it just so those that entire scene was.
That whole scene is perfection.
Like,
that just whole
I'm in the closet. Why did I want to sing that? Like there was just that entire scene was just was amazing. I saw something about running lines with my wife, or not really. Yeah, I kind of keep it on the down low. I don't want to. We didn't really run lines together, but yeah, sure didn't, unfortunately. Maybe she can help me later, though.
Yeah, let's see. I guess my roof is Do you guys walk around your house talking to character? Do you guys? Okay, so Cat says, do you guys walk around your house talking in character and annoying the crap out of your families? I do all the time. I, we it's a very silly household over here, so I'm constantly quoting like 80s, 90s movies and pop culture. But now I get to quote my own lines from certain stuff. But my wife gets a kick out of it when every now and then I'll say, hey, chickadee. Like, so I'll hit her with that just to see her
Nice.
reaction.
I For me, honestly, I'm just the opposite of unsure in real life. Like I am an extrovert with a lot of energy, and I don't think I would have the capacity to dial down. So like I don't like I'm just talking and being me and having like being crazy to some degree. So no, I don't think that I do lines around the house because then I would mean I would have to calm down and all.
Someone says, where's the sea monkeys? Are you always running in the house? No, I am not. Jess has got a pair of lungs on him because there's no. Only time you will catch me running is if I'm trying to chase one of my kids or stop one of these pets that we have around the house from doing something crazy or picking something up. So, let's see. I have a question. What do you guys think? It's better to romance unsure or befriend him after all those letters he sends? I'm always saying romance my partner, man. Unsure is that dude.
So I think there's some misconception. So some of the players, I mean, they take what Unsure does and it's like, oh, he's such a creep. But I never really, I mean, obviously I could be biased, but I never really saw him as a creep. I think that like he is innocent to some degree, and like he doesn't express himself in the ways that general people do. And I guess, oh sure, maybe it can come across creepy, but writing the letter and putting it in the mailbox, I think that it comes from a place of genuine like innocence and love. And I don't think that like I don't see him as creepy in any capacity. I can understand why, yeah, sure, maybe that something like that might be coming to somebody's house and dropping a letter in the mailbox. But I think if you see the world that they're in and what he is as a character and how he approaches life and other people, I think it really shows how much that he cares for the builder, and it comes from a place of genuine innocence and kindness.
Definitely.
Yeah. So romance the guy, but being his friend is cool too.
Karina says, have you guys played My Time at Portia? I played, not a lot. I played a little bit of it while I was preparing for My Time at Sandrock, just to kind of get a feel for the vibe for the world, but I have not played it a lot. I put a lot of time into My Time at Sandrock, but I have not played a lot of Portia.
I have not played any of My Time at Portia. Obviously familiar with it. I know that Sandrock is the sequel. I put a lot of time into Sandrock, but zero into Portia. I learned about the series after the fact, and it's probably something I'll look into later, but right now it's really about coming to completion of Sandrock first.
I will say this, Unsure.
Sure.
About Unsure. My favorite Unsure line, hands down, I laugh and giggle every time I hear it. I need it as my ringtone. Is Wilson ain't no snitch. That is my favorite line of Unsure. I'm just like,
man, there's, I mean, honestly, Justice is so, I don't know, man. Everything, I love the way you drop partner. I love how it's not like partner, it's partner. I just, man, I kind of mentioned it a little bit, and I saw somebody post about it, but the interrogation of Andy, I think Justice is just over the top awesome. Just them not knowing who's the good cop and the bad cop between them that's some good stuff. And I love the dialogue between. It was when they go into the green mist and trying to clean it, figure it out. But,
that's definitely my favorite Justice Unsure banter when when he's handing the product off to Unsure. He's like, that whole scene, man, is hilarious. So
yeah, it's so good.
All right. Well, we're reaching
so 2 hours. Is that right?
PM here. So I know it's getting late for everybody else. As much as I would love to stay on and do this forever and ever, we're gonna respect your time and let you all get back to your your daily routines. But again, just thank you so much for coming out and spending this time with us. And it's always great to get to interact with fans of the game in the community. Y'all love and support is unmatched. And I just appreciate it. You know, I said from the bottom of my heart, thank you all so much. We love you. Thank you.
Yeah. And I just want to say to you, Gerald, man, this was an absolute pleasure. I love our partnership, man. Thank you for being my sheriff. And to you, the fans, guys, thank you so much for your love and support. Thank you for allowing us to be part of your life and the video game and the Civil Core community. So awesome. Thank you for, again, being here with us. And said it before, say it again. If you want more, voice it to us, to Panthea, by time of Sandrock. We can keep doing this. If you guys are there, we'll do it for you. And I'm going to tag back to Gerald and I'm let him say the sign off. He's my sheriff.
Yeah. I just see this. Can I go to sleep now? Yes, you can. Yes, please get you some sleep. Thank you again. Like I said, we'll probably be doing another one of these soon. So check our socials. We'll let you guys know when that will be. And other than that, if you guys are looking to find anything that we're working on in the future, again, social media is the best way. I'm mostly active on Twitter and Instagram. So, and either place there, you'll be able to see any announcements that I make in regards to that. And that's the same for you as well, Stevie. So, yeah, again, thank you all. We look forward to hanging out with y'all again. And Steven, let's make that in person happen and see what we can do with the fans. And until next time, people, always say love what you love and get out of your own way. Till next time.
Love you.
Later.
Yes. Bye-bye.